Hi, I'm Teddy and you are watching Top Review. Subscribe to our channel to see more reviews in future. With the help of one of the best blenders on the market, you can make lots of tasty beverages right in your kitchen in a matter of seconds, and that is just one of the many benefits that a good blender can offer. Here we're going to discuss how you can choose the right kitchen blender. The 5 best blenders. Vitamix 5000s and 200s blender. We like strong motor, quality materials, simple to use, good at heavy tasks, well built. We don't like expensive, not dishwasher friendly. The Vitamix 5000 and 200s is an excellent example of the brand's high-quality craftsmanship. It's 20.5 inches tall with the pitcher on, 7.3 inches wide, 8.8 inches deep, which is a bit bulky and usually quite tall for the average cupboard. 18 inches between the cupboard and counter is a common standard. It's best to use the Vitamix on an open kitchen island or table. The motor peaks around 1,400 watts, or 2 horsepower. It works together with a premium stainless steel blade to turn your vegetables and fruits into silky beverages, like smoothies or creamy sauces, in a matter of seconds. Nuts or ice are a bit tougher, but they shouldn't take too long to pulverize. This unit also features an overload safety function. If the blender runs for too long or is straining too much, the motor will shut down automatically to prevent circuit damage. The pitcher holds up to 64 ounces, 7½ cups, and sits onto and grips on the motor base instead of locking into it with a twisting. There's a spill-proof rubber lid that grips on top of the pitcher. In the middle of the lid is a drop-in hole for you to add ingredients mid-session. The hole also allows the tamper to go through and push the contents down when needed. There is a dial that lets you control the motor's 10 speeds and a mode switch between high and variable option. The blender doesn't have a pulse function. High is the recommended setting for most drink recipes. Variable is the lower power mode compared to high. It's for when you still want some chunky bits. The parts that are usually in contact with food, from the pitcher to the tamper, are not recommended for the dishwasher. To clean the pitcher and the blades, pour in some water and a little bit of dish soap and blend to let the parts clean themselves. The lid and the tamper should be washed by hand. Ninja BL770 kitchen system. We like strong motor, good accessory package, competitive price, safety lock. We don't like noisy, mediocre at heavy tasks. The blender is 17 inches tall, 7.5 inches wide, and 9.5 inches deep. That's pretty large, so you'll need to find an open spot, probably on a kitchen island or table. A 1,500 watt motor base powers the machine. You have 3 speeds to switch between, 1 pulse function, and 1 single serve preset, which will also let you pulse but at a speed that is appropriate for the small jars. The accessories include one 72-ounce pitcher and one 64-ounce food processor bowl with a lid that acts as a safety key. Specifically, the motor will not turn unless the lid is locked on. The pitcher and the bowl use removable multi-blade hubs to do the blending instead of the conventional blade assembly at the base. This new blade design works well if the load is large enough, like when you're mixing for 2 or 3 people. If the load is too small, however, the results will come out more minced than blended. The processor bowl also comes with a dough blade. There are 2 small, or single-serving, jars that are 16 ounces each. Unlike the pitcher, they have a base blade assembly that screws on like a lid. Using these, smoothies and similar drinks often come out with much better consistency. The jars also have to-go lids, which make the jars easier to drink from. Some reviewers say that they're pleased with the strength but bothered by the noise level of the machine. They suspect that the flimsy casing and the low-quality suction cups are to blame. Others also agree on the state of the suction cups and say they can't hold the blender still during operation. For cleaning, try warm water in the jar or pitcher and blend it with a few drops of dish soap, or you can just use your dishwasher. Just remember to soak them well before loading them. NutriBullet 12-piece blender. We like. Good accessory package. Compact. Simple to use. Affordable. We don't like. Noisy. Needs liquid. No heavy tasks. With a 12-piece package and a reasonable motor, the NutriBullet 600s should be perfect for your daily single-serve smoothies. This blender is compact, only about 12 inches tall and 8 inches wide, and should fit right on your kitchen counter even if you've got little room. Plus, thanks to the cylindrical bullet shape, it's easy to find a spot in the cabinet to put the unit away. The base is a 600-watt motor. It isn't terribly strong, so the manufacturer suggests that you add liquid every time you blend, even if it's with soft fruits or vegetables. They don't really say it, but you can imagine that nuts and seeds are almost a complete no-go. If you prefer a stronger motor, they also offer a NutriBullet 900s. Safety note: make sure to secure the blade assembly on the jars before placing them on the base. The blender works simply by placing the jars with the blade assembly on top of the motor base. Push down to activate the motor. You can either press and release to pulse or press and turn clockwise to lock and let the machine run. The 12-piece package includes one T-venti 4-ounce and two 18-ounce cups, one of which has a handle. There are two lids to take the cups on the go and two lip rings, one with a handle, to cover the threaded edge so you may drink directly from the cups. Several owners have shared their love for the lip rings. They say covering the thread really makes things less annoying and prevents spilling. As a bonus, it also means fewer glasses afterward. Cleaning is going to be effortless since all removable parts are top-rack dishwasher safe. However, we still recommend rinsing or soaking the parts well before loading them. Ninja BL660 Professional Countertop Blender. We like. Sufficient power. Dishwasher safe. Competitive price. Safety lock. We don't like. Can be noisy. Mediocre at heavy tasks. This unit is essentially two blenders in one, the countertop blender with a 72 ounces large pitcher and the personal blender with a small 16 oz cup. Powering the whole blender is an 1100-watt motor base. It allows you to switch between 3 speeds, 1 pulse function, and 1 single serve preset, which works with the single serving jars. The blender comes with one 72-ounce pitcher with a lid. That's part of the safety mechanism. If the lid is not in place, the motor won't start. There are also two 16-ounce jars, 2 to-go lids, and a screw-on conventional blade. Unlike the jars, the pitcher uses a removable blade hub. It works well with loads that take up more than half the capacity. If the batch is too small, though, the results are likely to come out more chopped than blended. Large Ninja pitcher makes a decent smoothie only from soft fruits. Apples and pears should be cored before blending, otherwise, the consistency will be slightly rough. If you add some nuts to your drink for protein, then you can expect small pieces of nuts in the smoothie. This machine also has trouble pulverizing vegetables and greens very well, and the smoothie made from greens will be a little textured with around 85% solution. To achieve a smoother consistency, try to play with the proportions of liquid and greens. To clean the parts, you should blend warm water with a few drops of dish soap. All of the blender's removable parts are also dishwasher safe if you'd rather use the dishwasher. And whatever you do, watch yourself around the blades, they are extremely sharp. KOIOS 800 watts Immersion Hand Blender. We like. Strong motor. Easy to use. Multifunctional. Cheap. We don't like. No heavy tasks. Inconsistent results. The KOIOS 800 watts is a powerful, versatile piece of hardware. Many choose hand blenders for their variety of applications, but people love this one in particular because it gets the job done at a lower cost. In the box, you'll find 5 items, 1 hand motor, 1 pitcher, 1 processor bowl, with 1 S-blade, 1 blending wand, and 1 mixer whisk. With the exception of the pitcher, they all attach to the hand motor. The hand motor is 800 watts, which is considerably powerful, but since the base is so well balanced, it's incredibly stable during operation. You can choose from the motor's 12 speeds by turning the speed knob. Gently hold down the power button to operate normally or the turbo button for a temporary speed boost. Safety note: don't operate longer than 1 minute. The blade of the stainless steel wand is coated with titanium for increased longevity, strength, and reduced friction. The head is designed with grooves to reduce splatter. The wand works with an included pitcher, which holds 20 ounces and has a splash guard lid. The wand is supposed to blend the content through the lid. If the pitcher is not big enough, you can use any other containers, such as a bowl or a different pitcher, that is tall enough to keep the splatter inside without a lid. The set also includes a 17-ounce food processor bowl with an S-blade inside. It works like any other food processor except now the motor is on top. It chops up vegetables quite nicely and can even grind roasted nuts. Unlike the wand, the S-blade only works with the bowl. The final piece in the set is the mixer whisk attachment. It's basically an electric whisk when it's connected to the hand motor. You can whip cream, egg, or butter with it, just mind the speed and splatters. You can also subscribe to our channel for more future reviews and ask any questions in comments.